This is a huge, huge problem. But you know me, there's always a silver lining. So in today's video, I'm going to break down how Congress beat the S&P. I wonder how they did that. And I'm going to break down my opinion on why they hate crypto so much. My name is Coach JB. What I work to do is make complex macro and microeconomic strategies very simple so the normal everyday person can implement them. Excuse me. And we provided free resources for you guys. So in the description of this YouTube channel, you can set up an absolutely free consultation with my licensed insurance team in all 50 states to teach you how we protect our wealth with tax code 7702. As we pull profits, we secure in tax code 7702, which is people call it the infinity banking concept, but it's really important that it's set up correctly. So we're licensed insurance agents in all 50 states. Description of this video or in the social media platform. There's also a 16-page guide as well that you can download that absolutely free that shows you exactly how my blueprint is set up. So let's dive into this today, guys. This is the greatest time in human history. I know everybody's working so hard to expose all these other things, guys, but the thing that I think about for just a moment is as we look at this stuff is like, as everybody's focused on exposing these people, I work on the darkness inside of myself. I have plenty of things that I need to fix within my own household, and that's what I've done since 2020. All these distractions, as everybody looks this way, I always pull my head over this way. And we know this is happening. Congress literally beat Wall Street. That's why they hate crypto, because we get to beat Wall Street. Think about that. So the fact that we got to beat Wall Street, they fudded us out of it since 2017, and now Wall Street's coming in. Guys, the game has been the same every single time. Now, this is why it's so important for you to put your blinders on. Listen to me right now. If you don't watch any other part of this video, you need to put your blinders on. You need to get your shit together financially, spiritually, mentally, and build a relationship and foundation for your family that's based on, for me, it's God and following the life of Jesus, whatever you believe in. But this is the year to build a foundation because the distractions are going to be unbelievable. What's done in darkness is going to come to light like you wouldn't believe. But that means for you as well. None of us are exempt from this. So as we throw salt and we throw stones at all these other people, the God that I follow says, pull the log out of your eye before you pull the straw out of others. So that's what I've been doing, and it's radically transformed my life. This stuff is very entertaining. It's wild, but this has been happening in human history, guys. This is the Colosseum. This is the Roman days. This is when they distract us and they flip the whole system. So this came out January 3rd. Members of Congress outperformed the S&P 500, sometimes by huge amounts. Let's listen to this. This is some entertaining stuff, man. Let's pay attention.
Welcome back to the show from the Heritage Foundation. He's a regional economics research fellow. He's EJ Antoni. EJ, it's good to see you. So insider trading is not illegal in the U.S. unless you're a member of Congress?
Well, apparently, Liz, Chip Roy, I think, really hit the nail on the head where he said it depends on the kinds of information that we're talking about here. But when you have people who are sitting on sensitive intelligence committees or who have access to foreign data, such as potential coming conflicts, whether that's in Israel or the Ukraine, and these people are turning around and doing things like buying stock in defense contractors right before they pass bills that's going to give those defense contractors billions of dollars. I'm sorry, but these kinds of things have to be looked into. And the big irony here, Liz, is the fact that we are talking about people who have banned CEOs and other high-ranking officers in private business from doing exactly the kinds of things that the people in Congress are doing right now.
The big issue here is that members of Congress are making directional bets and trades via what are called calls and put options. Calls and put options are bets on the direction of a stock up or down. That can be closely linked to how legislation moves stocks, EJ, and moves the market. I mean, should that be outlawed?
Okay, so here, that's the reason why, as we go a little bit deeper, we take a 30,000 foot overview. That is why they've been so against cryptocurrency, because we have that opportunity. We have an even playing field. We get to move the markets, right? Most cryptocurrencies, guys, are moved off emotion. That's what it is. Everybody's the utility right now means nothing. It's the emotion of the market. That's why when you see Bitcoin ETF going to get approved or announcements come out, it pumps, it dumps, it pumps. It's all emotion, guys. And these guys know exactly what's happening, and that's what they're doing. They're manipulating the stock prices, or they know when the stock pricing is going to move based on news, based on policy, right? So that's what we've been doing since 2020. We figured out the game, and I just watch the news. I watch what's happening. I see with the war narrative. I see all this stuff. That's why I have an exit plan. I don't trust that they're not going to just rip the profits out from 2024 to 2025. And I'm going to set my family up, secure them. And then there's going to be another cycle, guys. It'll dip again. You buy back in. You can't get attached to these markets. You're not going to beat the market, but you can beat it by doing the opposite of what everybody else does. So we know why they're doing this. We know why they're pushing back on crypto. And now we know why Wall Street is coming into crypto, because they know that now they can be part of this game. Check this out.
Traders are on alert as we get closer to the SEC's January 10th deadline to approve spot Bitcoin ETFs. Joining us now with more on the various regulatory outcomes that could impact crypto trades, Anthony Pompliano, founder and partner at Pomp Investment. Anthony, good to see you this morning.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So I have to just dial back. I go back to when the SPY was listed 30 plus years ago. I covered it then. The USO, the oil ETF, the gold trust in 04 and 06. There was never anything like this anticipation. We don't talk about ETF launches and who the authorized participants are. This is bureaucratic back office stuff. It's just how the trades function. So all of which is to say the degree of anticipation of this and how it's made its way into the market is extreme. How is it not just a anticlimax when it happens?
Wall Street is getting invited in anticipation of the greatest show on earth, right? Bitcoin has been the best performing asset for the last 15 years, and Wall Street's basically been boxed out of it. They haven't had access to this asset. And so I think that's what you're seeing in that pent up excitement. One thing that I do caution these Wall Street investors is you can't trade this like other assets. We saw just yesterday about $1 billion of open interest got wiped out. The guys over at Reflexivity Research did a fantastic job outlining, saying, you know, this asset in 2021 went up almost 800% from before the pandemic started to the kind of the top of the market.
Yeah.
During that time, there was 30% drawdowns. If you're going to try to get levered long and think that, hey, ETF gets approved and this thing just goes to the moon, you're likely to get shaken out or get liquidated.
That is really good advice. Just beware the volatility.
I mean, this thing is on a risk return basis, it's by far the most attractive asset in all the financial markets, but it comes with tons and tons of volatility. And so if you go back to 2017, it was $1,000. We're up 45x since 2017. But along the way, we've had 80% drawdowns, a plethora. I can't even count how many, 30+% drawdowns. And so Wall Street is saying, hey, the ETF's coming. Here we go. Now, I do think over a long period of time.
Okay, so that's what I want you guys to hear, because that's what we're really helping people understand at a deep level is exit strategies, guys. He's 100% right. They're coming into play in this game. But the reason why you can make a lot of money, guys, is because of the volatility. Now, because of the volatility, everybody thinks they're going to get rich quick. Everybody thinks that all of a sudden their life is going to change and they're going to have all this money. But what happened from 2021 to 2022, it came collapsing down and a bunch of millionaires became thousandaires. Guys, don't get caught up in that game. So that's what I've changed. And that's why every single video on the back end, I share with you exactly what I'm doing. And as it changes, I'll come report that back to you guys. Okay. So number one, exit strategy, exit strategy, exit strategy. These Wall Street investors aren't just going to sit on these profits. They're not going to just hold like the 70% of Bitcoin holders. They are going to pull profits for their clients. Just like we saw the 8% dip, they're pulling profits, panic the market a little bit. When the market panicked, they probably bought back in. Okay. Then they're going to sit. The Bitcoin ETF is going to get approved. And you may see a pump. We'll see what happens in the Bitcoin halving. That's an organic cycle that happens every 4 years, reduces the amount of rewards for mining, which is going to make it go parabolic. Then those profits are going to flood into alternative coins, Ethereum, all XRP, so all other coins, right? So especially within my meme coins and things like that, I'm going to be pulling profits. Well, all my coins, let me be very clear. I'm pulling 50% on exit targets on the way up. It hit my targets. Okay. So basically, Merlin is the smartest way to track your crypto. It's 30 days for free. It's in the description video. We are the co-founders and creators of Merlin. Okay. We have a spreadsheet that we used to use, but we turned it into an app. It's a web app. So you can go on there and you can see an interface of all your daily gains and losses. Key is setting up your exit plan. You set up your exit plan. If you don't know how to do an exit plan, we have FAQs, we have videos, we show you exactly how to do it. We have customer service, we have everything to help you. Don't worry, because when you say exit plan, people just kind of get scared and they don't go into crypto. Like, oh, I don't know how to. It's not that difficult, guys. I have massive dyslexia. I have not great technical skills, But setting up an exit plan is super easy, especially with Merlin. My spreadsheet, it wasn't easy, but this, you put it in there. So for example, if XRP goes to its all-time high of $3.70, I'm pulling to 10 to 15%. Okay, if it goes to $5 to $7, I'm pulling about another 15%, right? And 50% of my portfolio will be exited, and then I will be securing in what's called Index Universal Life. That's what I'm using. So I only speak from my paradigm. I've already had policy set up since 2020. I got licensed in 2023. And I basically will be max funding my insurance policies. That way, as everybody comes collapsing down, I'm now secure. My retirement is done. So I'm set. So I can have fun in the markets. I can lose money in the markets. I can be a more little risk adverse in the other markets. Okay. But I'm deeper than that. I want to be really secure for my family. Okay. For business, we have multiple business across different sectors, information technology and education. I believe business is the quickest way to wealth. That's how I've increased my earned income every single quarter. Okay. Then we have precious metals. I have silver. I've told you guys I'm getting into gold. Then we have real estate. That's something that I am getting into because of tax liabilities for the depreciation and the interest off the taxes, which is pretty exciting to me. I'm not really worried about making money off the doors. I do like the idea of, this is what I've been thinking about, the idea of equity, right? So if you buy when interest rates are high right now, when those interest rates drop, not only can you refinance to lower the payment, but when those interest rates drops, the equity is going to shoot through the roof in those houses. So a $600,000 house could shoot up over $1 million. So I believe right now is a great time to buy. Besides, everybody's doing the opposite. We do the opposite of everybody else. So I try to do the opposite of all the public, and it's really helped. Okay. So guys, this stuff that's happening it's crazy. It seems like bullshit, but this has been going on forever. We're not going to beat the system in regards to how greed works. What we can do is beat the system by changing ourselves personally. We're all working to expose everybody. We're all looking at all these things being exposed when we all have darkness inside of ourselves. And if every person stopped for a moment and they loved God with all their heart and loved humanity as they love God, they treated others as they want to be treated, and they pulled the log out of their eye before they pulled the straw out of others, all the darkness would be exposed and all this would go away. But we know that's not going to happen. But that can happen in your reality. It can happen in your paradigm, and it can radically transform your life. So if you made it this long, you're a true warrior. I want to share with you as well. Down below, you can apply for our private academy, which we're doing so we have our private coaching program, which already sold out for first quarter. It sells out. If you want to get into that, there's very few spots for that. So we only do 10 spots every single quarter. We do 4 classes. Geez, JB. So we do 4 classes per year. So the Q1 2024 class already sold out for private coaching with me, my CFO and CEO. It sells out very fast. But then we decided, because so many people were applying for that, we've created a mid-tier program, which is a 4-week webinar series. Okay. There's a 1-month call or a once-a-month call with me where I go deep. So I basically take me and my CFO meet every single month, and we go over all my investment strategies, everything going on. And I'm going to come present that to you guys, so you can see what I'm doing with my current strategy every single month. So that's a private call, a group call. It's a group call. So there's a 4-week webinar series. Week 1 is cryptocurrency allocation, just sharing exactly what we do. Number 2 is exiting the markets. How do you properly exit? Week 3 is my diversification strategy and why, and all the resources and connections for that. And then last is the trust, all the way up to the Rockefeller Trust System, access and resources. So everything will give you every phone number, every resource you need to get set up. So that's a 4-week webinar series. You'll have lifetime access to my once a month call, and then you'll go through my 120-day challenge, and you'll have access to the Open Academy. And then you can join the Open Academy as well. That's an interview process, but that's like it's kind of like having self-paced coaching, right? Guidance. And then you have a weekly accountability coach as well. And then you have private coaching, which is our 3 levels of our program. So just wanted to share that with you guys. If you're interested in getting connected with us and being part of our group, that's the ways you can do it. Love you guys. We'll see you in the back end. Warriors, rise, get your shit together.